Guess what, Eric?
You're live.
You're live.
We just got it.
You are too. Like, he'll figure it out eventually. I'm just trying to find...
Regardez en direct. Watch live. Jennifer Vaughn live with my boyfriend. I guess I'm in.
Surprise!
Surprise.
Gosh darn it, it says again, bad stream. Stream status bad. Variable resolution stream. Bad.
Maybe because I'm
If you could just turn the volume down a smidge, but I don't think there Lori says hi, Misty says hi, Misty says first.
What's up, y'all?
Wired Up TV, what's up, y'all? I feel like I've seen that before. Maybe you were there another time. I'm gonna bring this down lower. There we go. Hold on. There we go. There we go. We've kind of been MIA, Eric. We haven't been on here very much. Missing in action.
Missing in action.
We haven't done a live in like, I think it's been like 2 weeks. It's been a long time. Hello, Kevin. Wait, Dino and Muthu. I don't feel like I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry. Kumar. Lilicia. Kevin. Hey, what's up? Matthew Everett here, and I can't wait to ask you some questions. I said ask us anything. Doesn't mean we'll answer though.
We'll answer everything.
Everything, as long as the 11-year-old's out of the room.
Hello.
Misty's watching Teen Mom. We are doing very well. We just got back from snowboarding yesterday and had an amazing time. Huh. Best snow ever. Powder. It was the best stuff. So much fun. My mom says hello. Kevin, do I know your mom? The hell? Hi, Mom.
Who's your mom?
I know.
Who's your mommy?
Oh, thank you, Matthew. Oh, hi, Risa Ruby. Is that Risa? I know a Risa. Everybody always says Riza, but it's Risa. Maybe I don't even know if that's your first name. Let's see. I don't know Kevin's mom.
We just got bombed.
We did?
Yes.
How? Oh, did Owen bomb us?
Bombing.
Her name is Angie. Hi, Angie. How's it going? The cold was not so bad. I don't feel like it, you're in a blanket of snow. It's really not that bad. It's cold, but it's okay. We're both amazing.
We are.
We are.
We love being amazing. It's not easy.
We work on it all the time.
We work hard to be amazing.
Owen, did you want to say hi?
Owen's been flossing in the back.
Oh, were you flossing?
Yeah, I already said hi.
I missed that. I'm feeling warm. Oh, that's really nice. Kevin, I don't remember if you've been on a live before. I feel like your name looks familiar. Although I know a Kevin, maybe I'm thinking of Kevin Hannigan. That's what I'm thinking of. I have a friend named Kevin Hannigan, so Hamilton is kind of sounding the same. It's supposed to snow here tomorrow. Canada Weed Rocks. Oh, Wired Up TV. Canada Weed Rock. Oh, Canadian Weed Rocks. I think that's what he's letting us know. Owen's like laughing. I'm like, I have to say it 10 times before I understand what I'm even saying. Canada Weed Rocks. We don't smoke weed, so, but I'm sure it's great. We are in, we're in California. We're in Watsonville near Santa Cruz, and but he's from Canada. Course.
I'm Canadian, but I don't use weed.
Oh, Kevin, you text me on Instagram all the time. Do I answer? I don't always. I get so many messages. Your videos have been my inspiration. Oh, good. Yay. Oh, I will, Dino. I will finish the story. Yeah. Yeah. We are happy. Thank you, Maria. I have a pinched nerve right now. That actually freaking hurt just doing that. Oh. Kevin, of course. Hello. Yeah. I don't know why, but for some reason I see your picture now. Of course, yes. Of course. Actually, I was going to almost text you and send you a message and say, make sure that you catch us on YouTube Live, and you found it. So yay. Yeah, you call me Mom. That's right. He calls me Mom.
Hello, Mommy.
So weird. I still feel like I'm in high school. It's weird to have people call me Mom. Even my own kids.
People are there, but you need to be watching here. That's gonna...
It's confusing. What should we do? I don't know. You know what I can do? I did this last time.
If I was watching you, I would want to be like looking at you in the eyes.
Here, I'll fix this. Hold on.
Yes.
we've done this before. I forgot.
The best is to have the tripod on,
Right
just
here.
behind your computer.
That's right. Sorry, we're just doing.
We're having
Technical.
technical issues.
Wait, then
Oh,
if I bring that
that is the
down, there we
best.
go. Is that the best?
Yay.
There.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I've
then
got a soy sauce packet.
You could
holding
even
my-
have that in.
Actually, it's straight. There, I don't even need it. All right, cool. That's better.
Yeah.
Except there's the glare in my glasses. You guys can all see the ring light. See it? See the donuts in my eyes? Let's see, but that doesn't really matter. It's fine. Lori Dawn, hello from Dorena, Oregon. Did you get your energy back after you recovered from pneumonia? Oh yeah, like as soon as, I'd say like 3 weeks later, I was like, well maybe 5 weeks later, I was surfing again. I felt totally fine. I have no residual fatigue. If you look at my Instagram story, you can see me snowboarding yesterday. I'm right? I'm totally active.
fatigue?
I'm normal. I feel no fatigue at all. Howdy from RCGCG from Miami. My cousins live in Morgan Hill.
I have no clue where that is. Morgan Hill?
Of course,
Where's that?
right next to Gilroy.
Oh, Morgan Hill.
Yeah, it's like
We probably
30 minutes
like,
from me.
went through there yesterday.
Yeah, well, not really.
Gilroy.
We went through Hollister. Yeah. Actually, Dino, I did a video on it. I'm gonna like hold off on even talking about it because I just did a whole video on our experience with our chains on our car. Don't say anything. And our Airbnb and all that. We had a very eventful 2 days, didn't we? I didn't mention the fact that we ate at In-N-Out Burger twice and it was so good. Delicious.
In-N-Out's amazing.
It's our fine dining.
We are not paid by In-N-Out. They don't give us
They're
any
the
money
best.
for this,
No.
but we will talk about that anyway.
Oh,
Because we feel the food is, the chef was amazing. Whenever we go, the chef's like always like right on.
he is. He got my my grilled cheese. I do a grilled cheese protein. I like no bun, no meat, just cheese, grilled onions, tomato, lettuce. It's so good. Love it. I don't eat meat, so hello
In-N-Out.
from New Orleans, Maxine. The one from Florida I was going to show you. I was representing Florida I was snowboarding this weekend. I don't know if you recognize this. It's representing the Orlando Ribbon Project, and I wear this. Did you even know that? It's
Well, I
from
knew it was
Pulse
like the
Nightclub.
flag, the colors from the gay flag.
It's true.
Well-
It's that too, and it's an AIDS ribbon, but it's actually it's to represent the Orlando Ribbon Project. For all of those that died in the Pulse nightclub attack. The gay
nightclub.
club. Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
Sad.
Matthew is new to everything about HIV and testing and beyond anxious, and every day as a complete struggle. Here to find advice and inspiration, as your previous videos did. Somebody's knocking at the door. It better be Joey, because I don't expect anybody else. Is it my daughter? Oh, Joey just got home from work.
Hi.
She doesn't even know. Joey, say hi.
Hi. I do know actually. I saw it on your Instagram.
Oh, did
Hi,
you?
fools.
How was work?
Did you make dinner?
Not really. You have a Band-Aid on your head.
I have a pimple on my head.
That's nice. Do I have broccoli in my teeth? You're looking at my
No.
teeth. Okay.
No.
There's asparagus.
Okay.
Asparagus? In my teeth?
No, in there.
Oh, okay.
For-
Oh, yeah, there's asparagus.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
there's chicken and there's what else?
Okay. I'm gonna make a.
Joey works at the boardwalk. She's selling clothes.
It's the worst talking job.
Oh,
It's not. It's just so boring.
People from the boardwalk might be watching right now.
I don't think she cares if they heard her say that. Matthew, I wouldn't worry unless you have, and Adrian had a message but then retracted it. Why, Adrian? What are you afraid to say? Say it.
Adrian,
Uh,
maybe it's YouTube.
Oh.
The Big Brother took your message
No,
off.
if it's anything bad, they let me review it first. I did not know that there are 3 hours behind us time-wise. Yeah, we're 7 o'clock right now. Thank you, Joe Schmo Show. The Joe Schmo Show
The
just
Joe
wrote
Schmo
in.
Show.
He says, love your videos. I'm negative, but my boyfriend is positive. We found out a year into our relationship, and your videos helped me through a very hard time. And I hope you guys obviously should know about U equals U. Please tell me that you know that. Please tell me that his doctor told him that, and that you guys are all up to date on that, and that you're totally safe. You can have, yeah, you can have that.
Who had the other one?
Owen made it today. RC says, I've been watching your videos for a long time. I have a friend whose dad passed away in the 80s from AIDS, but he fathered a child during that time. Fast forward 30 years, everyone is negative. Of course. I really don't think men pass it through sperm. I don't know if that even ever happened. I really don't. I've heard the stories of like the men that were positive and their kids never got it. Like the chances are really slim. I don't think that's all that common. I did take my pill today. I took it at 5 in my car when I was at Target.
It rings at 5. She takes the pill.
I take the pill.
It's what, 7?
Yeah, it's already been 2 hours. So
2 hours ago.
yeah, it was delicious. Oh, look at that
Oh,
from
Jean
Jean
Brière.
Jean Briard.
Do I know you, Jean? Do I know this guy? Jean Brière. I feel like I know him.
Really?
I don't know.
What's
it's-
Gatineau is a place. Quebec?
Gatineau, well, yeah, very close to Ottawa, Ontario.
Target does rock.
Target is the best.
It's the best. Oh, he doesn't know you.
Oh,
Just another Quebecer. Yeah. Yeah.
Quebec, it's like 10, 12 in Quebec.
It is. It's later there. Wait, I wanted to go back. Yeah, Joe Schmo, where'd you go? I wanted to see if they told you about U equals U. Let me know, let me know. And I'm glad that you're negative. That's great. And I'm glad that you guys stayed together.
So, just
and
a
it
question
didn't freak
for
you out.
the Brière. Like, how did you come up to this video? How did you find out about Jennifer and
Oh, Jean.
and HIV and all this? Why are you why are you in the a subscriber?
Actually didn't talk about U equals U. I actually learned that from you. I mean, I'm so glad that you did, but Christ, that's so. Thank you, Rolling Cottage. She says I look lovely. I straightened my hair today. No curls today. That's really disappointing.
On this key video.
I wonder if he brings it up, if his doctor will even agree with it. It drives everybody in the community crazy. We know the science is for sure, so no reason to fear. I hope you're not scared or anything. You know you'll never get it from him. Just, you know, take his pill every day and he's good. Yes. Okay, Bazil, let's have this conversation. And so he was with me for a year and he's negative. So you want to go down this road? I don't feel like it.
Women can
So boring.
transmit it to men. There
It's
is
so
like,
uncommon. It's so rare.
so very rare.
It's not the same at all. It's not. Any of you, do you mean skate?
Steak.
It says steak. Maybe they meant
We
skate.
love steak and we do skate.
I don't eat steak. I skate though, but not lately. Thank you, Lilisha. Is it Lilisha? She said, you look good, Miss Lady. Joey is funny. I wish she'd come back. She'll be back. She's putting a pizza together. She's all, what's up,
She's
fools?
putting it
So
together.
Joey.
She opened the oven and she put it in.
Yeah,
It's
she's
an interesting topic. I have a friend who is HIV positive, so that's Jean. So that's why you wanted information and you got
nice.
on Jennifer's channel. Interesting.
Malisha learned about U equals U from my videos. Yay! I want Bruce to see this. He'll be happy. Spreading the word. Spreading the word. Let's see, I'm 29. When I was a teen, I had a long-time boyfriend who found out, cheated on me lots. We were broken up and I've gotten married and still get tested. Well, did he cheat on you with women? Because you're not at risk. That's not high risk. People get that confused. They think that somebody that's cheated with women, like a cheating boyfriend, put them at risk. That's not high risk. High risk is if he's sleeping with men or using needles. That's high risk. EC say hello. I know, I remember that name before. What's Eric's family's reaction to your HIV?
Well, people are very concerned. Like all my family, my friends also. Like they were like, because they were not informed, and now we know pretty much. We're pretty much sure that women don't transmit.
We can't say don't for sure,
But my
like
family was concerned.
from what we
because
see, it's very uncommon.
Because HIV was known, well, is known as a sexually transmitted disease. So whatever you do, you're a male, you're a female, you're sleeping with a male or a female. It just goes from one to another. But there's one ways in that transmission. It's just some ways it doesn't go.
Yeah, it doesn't go through skin. So
Yeah. So
men are made of skin. Basically.
my risk was actually close to zero. And but people were concerned, and some people
Still
are
probably,
still
yeah.
concerned,
Yeah.
and I understand it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say something about. Well, no, I won't say.
Say it.
That there's somebody that you guys know,
Never.
and you're kind of.
Well, yeah. There's it's. Let's just say that it's in everybody. It's everywhere.
Yeah, like
HIV is everywhere.
it's
So there
somebody's
has to be a story in each family of an HIV
Knowing it
positive
or-
person.
yeah.
So people are getting to understand it because it's close to them, and that's the way they get informed.
Oh, Lana says, I have several friends with HIV. Did you know that 85% of the hemophilia community died from bad blood? I'm not surprised. My son has hemophilia, but has always been on medication and did not use blood products. Yeah, I mean, that was back before they were testing any of it. It's so sad to think of all those people that were, I saw something on YouTube where someone was saying the government is responsible. Like they said it was like murder from the government, literally, because the blood wasn't clean.
Because of
I shouldn't use that word. The blood
that was
had-
given, and
yeah.
then it was
Was infected.
yeah.
I learned about U equals U from your videos and read up on it as well. Good, awesome. I also read that they are not talking about this or announcing it to the public to not condone permission. Of course, that's basically why, but it's the truth. I mean, it really is the truth. U equals U. When you're undetectable, you can't transmit it. But yeah, they think like it's a way of keeping everybody in check, and like we're not, people aren't responsible enough with that information. Hi, Jenny Gutierrez. I know a lot of people who passed in the 80s. That's sad. Lana says, my friend who has HIV wrote a really funny book called My Pet Virus. I get that. I know Mark, I always forget things when I'm doing these lives. He's an HIV advocate. He has My Fabulous Disease. That's what he calls it. I cannot think of his last name offhand, but sorry, Mark, if you're watching this. Or if you watch this, when you have had the symptoms being sick, did HIV cry? No, not at all. Not at all. I've said that in like all my videos. I thought I had a parasite in me from the ocean because I was surfing a lot with Eric, and I thought I had a parasite. HIV was a complete, absolute shock. I had no idea. Joey, people like you.
Why?
Come say hi.
The government's interest is not creating disease. Absolutely not.
No, I
The
don't think so
government's
either.
interest is to grow population and get more money from you guys. More
Yeah.
taxes, more money, and that's why there's like health, and people's health is very important. They don't want people to die,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. They want people to be healthy and pay their taxes.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. But if you see it different, I respect your opinion. But I don't think there's any like conspiracy that the government created cancer, created diseases. Nah.
I don't believe
Maybe
it
some
either.
big corporations, they know that their product might cause, in certain circumstances, cancer or whatever other diseases, but I doubt that it's
Kevin.
on purpose.
Sorry.
Nobody would make you sick on purpose.
How did I get it from my ex-boyfriend? My son's in here. Well,
That's on another video.
That can speak for itself.
well,
Well,
well, it wasn't through needle use. Let's just say that. Yeah, it was. Hi,
Hi.
what's up, Owen?
I'm in.
Are you not eating that part?
No, you can have it.
What is it? Chicken?
No.
I was gonna say give it to Finn.
It has to be from blood to blood.
You want this?
So your blood has to be in
No, it has to be an
Con-
open.
No.
open
open-
wound.
oh, it's
Uh,
so
So
Well,
the blood of the person needs to come in contact with your blood and get
Not
into your
just blood. Not
bloodstream.
just blood.
That's how I feel about it. Or like
It's-
liquids that will
yeah.
go to your bloodstream.
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh, and don't put that on the garbage. Take that out. Why are you throwing that away? Just leave it on the counter.
You need to remove the stuff from it, and that other part goes into recycling, and the stuff in it.
Well,
goes
I
into-
don't. I want to
That's
save
why
that for the dog.
Oh, save
There's no
some.
reason to.
Eat it.
Just leave it. Let me look and see what that is. Don't throw things away.
It's not chicken.
You lost your cousin and father to either HIV or hepatitis. Did they not know that they had HIV? I don't know. I've seen Kevin Bohemian Rhapsody twice, and the Oscars are in
You get whatever he's
I think
making you.
this Saturday. It's on the 24th.
Computer?
They're coming up, and he's
No.
he's definitely
But
gonna win
I'll-
without a
I'll
doubt.
text him today and see.
Why do some people get it and some people don't? Because it takes like a really perfect storm for it to happen. It's not so easy to transmit. Everybody thinks it's so easy. It's not. So it's funny that people are afraid of like someone like kissing them or sneezing or something. They think they're gonna get it, and it's like even
No.
condomless sex. It's not that common. It's not as easy as everyone thinks for it to happen.
There's a question of the frequency of the event, probability. If you do something
Yeah.
like all the time, and you keep on doing it, you'll eventually have a successful event. That's
Yeah.
probability. So if you keep on doing it and doing it like a lot of times in a row,
What is the
And-
most accurate time frame for someone to show a positive for HIV? You can't do it. You can't show a positive before 2 weeks. Somewhere between 2 weeks and 3 months is going to show a positive. But if you're negative at 2 weeks after exposure, I've said this many times. That's pretty much like 80% that you're good to go. There's only like a 20% chance that it could come out positive after that. It's sold by Paige. Hi Jennifer, I need to know what your brand model eyeglasses are. I love them, and I'm shopping for glasses right now. These are. I can't read it. What does it say? Can you read that? They were freaking expensive. That's all I know. And my insurance only covers the lenses and the exam. I think I had to pay for the glasses. This whole thing was like $500 because the lenses were they're like, oh, what do you call it? They have like, they're not bifocals.
I can't read it either.
I know. Is it because you don't have glasses on? Anyways, yeah, I can't let anything happen to those glasses. They're very expensive.
It's BB. BB.
My voice is very deep, almost like Smug in The Hobbit. Joey, you have a deep voice also. Yeah, Oraquick is 4th generation, I guess. I don't know. I never pay attention to the 3rd, 4th, whatever. In honor of President's Day, I read the bio of the president to my 4-year-old son tonight, and the population grew by 2 million during Thomas Jefferson's terms. Wow. Who's that? I don't know. My fabulous disease. Mark King. Thank you. I don't know why I drew a blank on Mark King. Mark's so funny. Who's that? This is my boyfriend. Oh, him. Yeah, it's my boyfriend. This is Eric.
BB is the brand.
BB? Oh, is it really?
BB. Beer, beer.
Oh, BEBE. This is,
BE.
geez, that's the clothing company. I forgot that I had
BB.
that. We called it BB.
Glasses.
Joey, you know BB, right? The clothing? BB.
It's called Bebe.
Oh, Joey calls it Bebe.
Do you agree with Trump building the wall?
We're gonna go upstairs.
We're gonna ask Joey for this.
I
Joey.
know. I'm
This is-
pleading
this not-
the fifth
this-
on this
somebody
one.
asked
Not
you
going
to be-
political tonight.
I don't like to talk about
Phoebe.
politics, but I don't like Trump very much.
Thank you
I
for.
also don't like Hillary very much. They're both bad.
Well, the fact that you don't like the president doesn't mean that his ideas are good or bad. And I think-
I'm aware of that.
Nicola, I'm reading your message. Good job. Started Triamec. No major side effects. Yeah, me too. Somebody wrote on my video that Triamec has the worst side effects for like stomach issues. I'm like, I've never heard of that before. I don't hear anybody saying they have like strong side effects at all on Triamec. So I don't know where that came from. Why somebody wrote that. Your English isn't rusty. It's great. Serbia. Benzo says they can cure HIV, but why would they? Oh, I don't know. I don't believe all that. I mean, the whole government thing, and if there was going to be a cure, there'd be a cure. They're not going to come out with a cure. HIV is going to go away by people. How do
They're
they
gonna
say
find
that?
a cure for the flu before they find a cure for HIV.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's a
gonna go.
virus.
People are gonna take their medication and stop passing it on to people, and that's how it's gonna go away. I don't think there's gonna be a cure.
That's eventually like, yeah, we don't transmit it, eventually all these people that have it will die eventually,
yeah,
and it shouldn't be transmitted. So there you go.
yeah. We're going on 5 years. Well, we're starting our 5th year. I should say that. Someone asked how long we've been together. Yeah, we met like right after New Year's in 2014? 14, I think.
We need to answer good looking Anki.
Peter North here, old porn star question, will Bitcoin crash with a war? I don't know. Joey knows about Bitcoin.
I would just like sell everything you have and buy Bitcoins.
Yeah.
Because
Bitcoin.
this is the future.
Matthew, you were negative at 4.5 months. Yeah, but healthcare professional, she said I need, 9 months. She's whack. And she doesn't know what she's talking about. Don't be scared, you're negative. You're negative. Oh my God, why do people do this to people? It drives me crazy. The only thing I can think of is that they just are not sure that patients really know their time of exposure, and so they give this really big window that's, just to be on the safe side. But if you know your time of exposure, it's 3 months is the limit. There's no 9 freaking months it's going to show up. Hi, Kelsey from England. No on the wall. Build bridges, not walls. I'll be elated when Trump is no longer in a position of power. Good looking honky. Good looking honky. That's a honky. God, I haven't heard that term in a long time.
No one who does not like our president. I've
Crackers,
simply
the
been
other one,
brainwashed
right?
by him.
Isn't that a white term?
It's.
Honky.
I want to say
No, that's my
something.
mom.
The president has an agenda. He wants to get it done. That's his promises. And 49% of the people don't want his agenda to happen. So that's the war that's going on right now. Build the wall, build no building the wall. It's just not wanting another person's agenda to happen. That's
Matthew.
what's going on.
We're not honkies, love.
Freezing here in New York.
Joey! God, I thought that was coming out of you.
Trump train.
Missy's freezing in New York. We were cold yesterday. We were in the snow yesterday. Although we weren't that cold. We don't even know what the temperature ended up being, do we? So we're quick, accurate, 3 months post-exposure. Yes.
Interesting, a lot of people are asking about the wall that comes back.
We need the wall, Rolling Cottage says. What can it mean if women keep getting yeast infections but they're negative on HIV? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. They're eating too much sugar. Not wearing cotton underwear. Could be. I don't know. Their immune system could be compromised in another way for sure, not necessarily related to HIV, and that could affect them. Hi, Jenny and Eric, my favorite couple, sending love from Shreveport, Louisiana. Thank you, Leisha.
Hello.
I think I remember you. Of course I remember you. I think you were here last time. Freezing everywhere. We need the wall. Laugh out loud, Dr. Jen. I know. I know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I know a lot of stuff, but I can't, put a stamp on anything.
I think whatever Trump wants, like the Democrats, they don't want. So like whatever, if it could be anything else than a wall, whatever he wants.
Eric is absolutely right about
whatever
Trump.
he wants, nobody else will want. So like, I think he's gonna get it. I think he's gonna eventually get his money to build it, and whatever like.
What are you laughing about over there?
It's an investment, I feel. But
What is going on with you?
we have the pizza.
She's sitting there making fun of us,
not
or
making
laughing
fun of you
about
guys.
the president. She hates
I'm
the
not-
president.
Well, I mean,
Hi Joey. Somebody says hi Joey.
Hi, Joey.
hi Joey.
Rolling Cottage.
Wait, hi.
I love how neutral and open-minded Eric is politically. Yeah, well, he's not American, so it's been really refreshing to hear his point of view, and like no one can really get mad about it because he's not American, so he can really say what he wants. And in fact, I really hated Trump. I was one of those who kind of like wanted to go and cry in my bed, but I didn't. But I mean, I used to watch The Apprentice. I love that show, but I couldn't believe the guy was our president. It was like sickening. But he's made me see things differently about him, for sure. And not that he's my favorite president or anything. I was a Bill Clinton fan, but I definitely see that he's a businessman and he does get things done, for sure. And our economy is better. So there are things that you got to give the guy credit for, even if you don't like the way he speaks to women or the things that he says that are, that come out poorly. Joey, there's a lot more than just the way up.
No, that's not it. That's not it, though. I don't.
What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, Miss 18-year-old, what are you going to tell me? You didn't even vote. You could have also.
You could have voted.
Yeah, she was
You
18.
didn't.
Thanks for putting that on a fucking list.
Oh, sorry. No, don't worry. Who's going to see this?
I don't like to talk about political stuff, but I am more aware than just thinking, hey, no, fuck off. Fuck off, please.
Hey, what?
Jeez.
Okay. Scared to get tested. Oh, if anyone is scared to get tested, don't be. I wish I would have tested before I was on my deathbed. Nobody wants this virus, but the medicine works. It really does. So Benzo, you're positive then. Yeah, don't wait. Get tested, get on medication, and then as you know, everything just, you become normal again. There's like no point in waiting. Let's see. We're talking about the president, the wall, the cold, HIV, and
So many things mixed together.
I know. Oh wait. Oh shit! There's a bunch of messages down here. I missed all these. It's turned into being political and support. I will now subscribe. Unsubscribe. We're sorry, Carol. I didn't do it. I'm just rolling with the flow here. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of Lubbock. Of course I've heard of Lubbock, Texas. I feel like something famous happened there, or something big happened there. Lubbock. I definitely know that name, but I don't know why. We just stay off Twitter, but also, yeah, I don't follow him on Twitter. I just hear,
Trump?
yeah, I just hear stuff in the news about what he writes. Someone just laugh out loud to Carol. LOL, Carol. Would you rather have a royal family than a president? No, I like our having a president. Well, that's what I'm used to. So, the royal family thing is, I don't know. That would be weird.
Having
A royal family instead.
king
It's
and
almost
a
like
queen.
pretend land. No, I like have a hard like it's hard to believe that that's it. I don't know. No, I like that it's changing every 4 to 8 years. I definitely like the change. He's dealing with a lot more on what is.
We just answer your questions. That's it.
Funny.
I don't think.
What?
I don't think we don't like. I don't. We're not political. I don't think so.
Not at all.
We're just saying.
I
what we
agree,
think is going
JC.
on.
If you're unsubscribing about political talk, that's just sad. I know, like someone just wrote by Carol. Carol, my God, we didn't mean to make you upset, but can't make everybody happy. That is one thing for sure. I cannot make everybody happy. My God, I make so many people mad. I don't mean to be. I don't mean to.
I think it's easy to find Trump stupid, and it's also like it's so there's more to
Bye, Carol.
that than by Carol. And I think so many people find him stupid and so many people voted for him. Like, why is it so like one side and the other side? Why did people vote for him?
I don't know.
There has to be a reason.
because
The
they.
thing is, there's people that are stupid and don't like him just because they think he's stupid.
Hi,
Okay.
Marco.
That's debatable. But there's also people that voted for him just because they're like,
Kevin, it's
I
all your
like
fault.
the way this guy speaks his mind. Like, there's stupid people. all
He
over.
does, yeah. That's
I'm from
why-
Somalia. You live in China. Are you Marianne? Are you in China right now? I feel like you can't get through to YouTube
Marianne.
if you're in China. People got Khan. He's con man. Yes, Trump has big mouth, but he did a lot for our economy. Yes, he's definitely not stupid. I agree. He's himself. He kept his promises. Yep, for sure. That's probably the biggest one is Buddy Holly being from Lubbock, Texas. Is that really? That's
Buddy
it?
Holly.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what I know. Plus, we're the second largest university. Oh, I didn't know that. Only people that are not adult-minded cannot grasp the greatness of this president. You are narrow-minded if
You
you
know-
only focus on yourself instead of what is best for our country. I love that Trump is not a professional politician. I think more people support him, but
About let's say the past president Obama, how many of his promises did he really do or make? Or is it all right because all of his promises were not made? So the opponents are happy because he didn't do anything, and his own party is also happy because so everybody, when a president doesn't do anything, everybody's happy because nothing happens. That's how I feel about. But this guy does things, so makes the half of the people that didn't vote for him unhappy because things are happening. That's how I see it. I don't
Obama,
say
I'm
I don't,
triggered.
I don't say that I wouldn't would have voted for him. I don't think I would have. But now that he's there, let's just see what he's doing.
You kind of got to support the guy that's doing it.
Obama, I'm triggered. So what did he do really? What happened during Obama? I want to know. I feel like there's a lot of things that didn't happen.
Matthew, pay for me to come to Lubbock. I'll gladly come and speak. They lied. Let's see. I'm not unsubscribing. Y'all are stuck with me. Good, JC. We don't want you to go anywhere. Obama did major damage and he left the White House a millionaire. Interesting. I voted for him because Hillary, and he's not a career politician. Drain the swamp. 3, Hillary. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm gonna say who I voted for.
I am diagnosed with HIV. My age is 26. What will be my lifespan? Viral load.
16 to 7.
You live forever,
You'll
bro.
be fine, just like a normal person. Just take your medication. You'll be fine. Nothing's gonna change. I mean, any of us could die tomorrow, get run over by a car, eaten by a shark, right? But as far as HIV, this is considered a manageable chronic condition. Manageable. Chronic meaning just ongoing, and that's all. I mean, it's simple. Amen. Obama got rich like most of them do. He's a gitmo right now. What if somebody who contacted us from Venezuela? Who was that? It was like, I was so surprised the guy was from Venezuela. Do you remember that? What was that?
Wasn't it the guy that made your cartoon?
Yes, that's
Venezuela.
right. Yeah, Eric had my, this is what HIV, that picture that I did a long time ago in my backyard. Joey took that picture, and he took that picture and turned it into the cartoon version of me, and he put Eric Hart Jennifer. So for Valentine's Day, I got that. So the guy that turned that picture into a cartoon is from Venezuela. He found him online. And I was like, oh my God, he's from Venezuela. And like, things are not good there. I'm so glad this guy's doing well with his cartoon stuff. He's bringing it up right now. Thank you, Professor T. He says I'm a cool YouTuber. Hi, Slim, Thick Becky. That was. Can you see it? Yeah. So cool. That's me.
Yay! That's the version without. That was the first version.
Thank you, JC. I'm not a hypochondriac. I mean, Eric's heard me whine about my back for the last day, but it really freaking hurts. I have a pinched nerve. Actually, right now it doesn't hurt, but yeah. I mean, to go back and realize that the guy was like giving me a hard time, that doctor, I had AIDS. I was super sick, and he was like asking me, do you typically, get worked up about things? I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Did you see the draft? That was a draft.
Oh my God, I love that too.
I can give you.
Did
the,
he draw
this
that?
one is like see it's got the logo.
Oh, I see, I
So
see.
you just wanted to show me this. And
It's me. It's like a pencil drawing of me in a cartoon. How does it feel to not talk about Chris Watts so much anymore? It's fine. I'm totally over it. Like it was really like interesting when it all came out because all of that, the data dump came out. All the videos were like allowed and everybody kind of went crazy on YouTube. Don't watch any of it though. Like I still get continuous uploads from people that do Chris Watts stuff. I think just because my videos were involved in that. But I don't watch them because I'm so like, I feel like people are just trying to find any angle that they can to talk about it and put it on their channel. And it's like over. There's nothing. I mean, unless they were able to like get him in prison and talk to him there. That would be interesting. But other than that, I did hear that the video of the shadow was doctored, and like, if that's true, then what the F? That's crazy. There was a lot of hype about that. So if that guy somehow knew that he had to dock the what's his name? The guy from England? The YouTuber.
handicap-
Everybody's got names. I don't know.
handicap, detective or something.
Oh,
the wheelchair detective.
Oh no!
What?
The something detective. Christ, I haven't said it in so long. I forgot what it was. Armchair.
Armchair. I was close.
Armchair means.
Armchair.
Have you heard of the armchair expert? It's like someone who sits in a chair and acts.
armchair.
Well, it's like someone who is in their
Rocker.
chair and they're like an expert in their house, basically. Or I guess I don't know if that's the best description, but
I'm kind of
He's
happy
not-
we
he's
we
not
don't
saying
really
he's
talk
official.
about Chris Watts
we
anymore.
don't. We stopped.
We just like sometimes see messages about, and it got so like it
My
gets
video
to be
still gets a
funny
lot of
at
views.
some
It's
point.
funny because people like comment on it
and now
and
you
they're
think
yelling at me, and I'm like,
it's,
I made this video like 6 weeks ago. Like, I'm so removed from it at this point, and it's so funny. People are still writing on the comments as if I made it this morning, and they're like yelling at me
'cause
or
for them it's new. They
It's
saw it
brand
today.
new, yeah, it's
they're
really funny.
reacting to the thing right now.
the armchair
Wow.
detective. Yeah,
The wheelchair detective.
you were so close. There's a lot of hypochondria. I love Rolling Cottage to admit that I'm a hypochondriac. I got tested so many times at an anonymous clinic, and they know me by first name now. I think that's so cute that you admit that.
You're a hypochondriac if you Google your disease more than 10 times a day. So I'm at 9. I'm still okay.
You may have started a trend, Eric, the wheelchair detective.
Wheelchair. It's,
I was like, where are you going? This is very different than the migrant caravans from Honduras. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's back to the Trump thing. Always have God with you at all times, and always keep your family and friends with you, and your best, and you're an amazing person. Thank you, Professor T. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Patricia. Honduras is bad, but Venezuela is 100 times worse. I know, I just hear such awful things. Well, in the world of HIV especially, medication, nothing's available, and I haven't researched any new cases lately, although Eric and I watched on Netflix July 22nd, which is the day that
oh yeah.
Yeah,
The Norway like
the Oslo murders that happened on that island where the kids were at like a summer retreat. That story is pretty it's pretty crazy. So I don't know. I kind of like I've sort of thought about doing that, but I don't want to be like pretend like I'm some, true crime person, because I'm not. But I could maybe do something on that. I like that one. That sounds so terrible, but that one is of interest to me because the guy that did it, he killed like over 70 people, and he just, like such
wounded over
cold
200.
blood. Just walked up and shot them point blank, and then like they were gonna have him plead by
Not
reason of
guilty
insanity.
yeah.
But then he was like, I'm not insane. Like, this was for political reasons. He stood by his word. He's like, I'm not insane. But he had like no remorse. Again, it's just that bizarre.
He had his lawyer plead not guilty so he could, after that, debate his sanity and say what he had to say in front of it.
That's right, because he wanted to speak.
And he had it all figured out from the beginning. The guy was brilliant.
Yeah.
And
And he-
I don't think he made any difference in the immigration of.
Yeah, because that
He
was his
wanted-
gripe. He didn't want anybody immigrating into Norway and changing the blood of Norwegians. And this was his way of getting their attention by killing the children of those in power to get like their attention. It's crazy. That and Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy's pretty crazy too. There's been a lot of him lately, and like
We
on
watched
Netflix and-
Ted Bundy on the way to Twain Hard, and then on the way back. So.
just in
and-
case you missed anything, I wanted to make sure that you got all the Ted
By the way, I have
Bundy
nothing
information.
to say about what's on music. Whatever she puts on, I have to listen to.
Oh, you didn't
And
like the Ted Bundy on the way
I
home?
find it interesting, but after a while, the guy like killed like so many women. It gets like it's a lot. The guy is a lot.
I know. I'm not a fan
I-
of listening to music
Ted
that I don't
Bundy?
know while I'm driving, so I didn't realize. I thought you were like, I thought that was a.
It was interesting, but after a
communal-
while, it gets like this, it's always the same thing. Like, and you hear these people commenting about him, and
I could still watch another 2 hours of it.
I know, and like for me, it even like Chris Watts. After a while, I get it's a lot.
Yeah, the Chris Watts, unless we.
We needed to change to go into some other topic. How's the pizza?
It's not, well, I wish it was stuffed crust. I wish it was fat, but it's good.
Anything else?
I'm gonna eat it with ranch. I'm gonna eat some red pepper on it too. I'm gonna go watch Twin Peaks. Probably text my boyfriend.
Sounds good. She was just over there eating pizza. It looked cute. Yeah. So, let's see. What you both up to? Wait. What you both up to tomorrow in Cali? I have to go to work, and he is going to probably surf.
Oh wait, tomorrow I want to go surf Cowles. Maybe it's going to be good at around 11, and that's my day.
The Zodiac Killer from like the 70s. So funny. We were aware of the Zodiac Killer when I was, under 10, because we'd walk home from elementary school. We were told to walk in groups because they didn't know who was doing it, and he was killing kids as they were walking home. That's what we heard.
The Zodiac.
Did you know about the Zodiac Killer?
No.
You know about the Golden State Killer?
The Golden State Killer is another
Guess
one.
what? You know that, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you know that he was a cop? You know he's a freaking cop?
No, but you know that Edward Kemper from Santa Cruz tried to become a cop, and he actually killed a bunch of people.
I know.
And
I
including
know
his
about
mother.
Edmund Kemper. I know that he like tore out his mom's voice box or something.
Yeah, he tore out his mom's voice box and stuck it in the garbage disposal because he couldn't stand her voice. He said she was always such a nag. I do know that Santa Cruz used to be the murder capital of the world, and this is an article that I'm kind of considering talking about, but I don't know. It says, remember when Santa Cruz was nicknamed the murder capital of the world? And this is the guy I read a book about him. This is Edward Kemper. And he was like 6'9". He was really into like police work, but he was too tall to become a policeman. And he'd hang out at the local bar with all the policemen. And he finally decided one day to just confess. And he called the police station and said that he was responsible for the murder of all these different women and dumping their bodies. And they're like, "Oh, Edward," and they like actually hung up on him, and he had to call back. And they were like, it says the police were flabbergasted. Little did they know it was the work of one of their drinking buddies. Like they were totally friends with this guy. They had no idea. Yeah. He just was kind of over it. And he said he would have continued. You know, he knew there was like it needed to come to an end. I mean, what do you call it? Bundy said the same thing. He would have kept doing it.
So did Jeffrey Dahmer said that too.
That he would have. Yeah, he couldn't stop. Yeah. What are we talking about? I know so many things.
We're talking about Trump.
The Night Stalker.
No, we're not. The Night Stalker. Yeah.
What's his name?
Richard Ramirez.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
said that too.
He did. Yeah, they all have this in them. They don't want to stop. They can't stop. Oh, look at if we do that. It's down lower.
RCCGC wants to keep on praying
For
you
oh,
and
thank
for
you.
For you to heal.
Well, I don't need to heal. I'm healed. I'm good. But thank you. I appreciate that. I get what people mean, but I'm not sick. Just so everybody knows. Did you get a YouTube award? I did through the AIDS Drug Assistance Program, the ADAP. They have special awards that they give away every year for people that are involved in HIV advocacy, and I got YouTuber of the Year. So I did. Yeah, I got an award for it. And I went to Washington D.C. and gave a speech and got my award that night. I did not get a play button, Owen. That's when you get 100,000 subscribers. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Does HIV go away on its own? No. You have to take medication to keep it dormant. I need healing. Had carpal tunnel syndrome. Heal, Miss Dog Lover. I hope that you heal. I can't even imagine. Yeah, I have a pinched nerve, so carpal tunnel is like very painful.
I feel we've had that question before. Solstice Beauty by Jessica.
I just
She
started my
started her
own
own channel.
and my concern was how much time you put towards your channel. I don't remember answering that.
No?
How many videos you do a week? Actually, I used to do one a month. I was really, really not doing it at all. It encouraged me to get on the ball because I got a bunch of new when Bohemian Rhapsody came out, and all of a sudden I was kind of like, maybe I should do, because I used to just kind of do a video whenever I don't know, when something came up. In the beginning I was doing them more often because there were so many people, so many questions, and I was telling my story, and then I kind of got to a point where I thought, well, I don't know, maybe I've said everything there's to say. And then somebody said you need to be vlogging well, they told me every day, and I'm like, I can't do it every day. I work full time and I can't. And they're like, there's no excuses. YouTube's a full-time job. You have to do it every day. And so anyways, I went with once a week, and then I started doing lives. I've been trying to do them once a week, and then I sometimes will do another video. So sometimes 3 times a week. If I did it every day, I don't think I could do it every day. It's too much. I work, and I'm, it's just a lot. I mean, if it gave me enough money to not have to have my day job, then yeah, I would totally do it full time. But it doesn't give me enough money. It's supplemental, and it just helps a little bit, but it's not. I could not live on it. What I get now. Thank you, JC. It's a little, I've had a lot of really great YouTube help because they've pushed my videos. My HIV/AIDS video has 1.5 million views now. That's YouTube, really pushing that video through Freddie Mercury videos. And I don't know, this just has a lot of views, so that's continued to keep my channel growing. And then the Freddie Mercury videos kind of somehow they find my videos through that. The Chris Watts videos did really, really well, and those brought a lot of people to my channel. And I think disappointed a lot of people because I'm not a true crime. But they liked my Chris Watts videos. That was just me branching out, trying something different, because I was really fascinated by the case and just wanted to, do something other than HIV. Because after a while, sometimes I get tired of talking about it too. My first story is Chris Watts. Yeah, go for it. I can't talk about him anymore.
I think there's a lot of things that have been said with Chris Watts.
Yeah, I don't know what else
you can
there is
find
to say.
more stuff to say or new things about him, can be very interesting.
Yeah. How is Chris Watts an a-hole? Is this a joke?
What? How is Chris Watts an asshole?
It sounds like the beginning of a joke.
A-hole?
What's the punchline?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hope you're feeling better. Wait. Hope you're feeling better. Keep living life. Wait. Feeling. I don't. Okay. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, this guy but you can still keep living life.
Of course
he asks
I can.
if it goes away or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he asks.
Professor T.
We get that a lot. People thinking that there's a cure for it.
Or that I need to feel better.
And there's special herbal you can buy for it, or you might pray for it.
I think unpopular cases are definitely the way to go, because I'm not going to watch anything that I already know too much about unless I'm going to, I don't know, really wouldn't. I would rather learn about something that I never, that I didn't know anything about. I told Eric I kind of want to do this one case that happened. It's a cousin of mine, and it's a well-known case in California, and he's responsible for killing 2 children, and it's my dad's cousin's kid. And so although I didn't know him, I know his sisters, and they're on my social media. I don't think they watch any of this stuff, but it was their brother. He's no longer alive. He was killed in the act of all of this when this happened. And there's that just crazy thing, he's my blood relative. He's my second cousin. So there's part of me that wants to talk about that case, but only because it's, I'm related to the guy.
I feel like it's an event. The case was closed because they found him. A case is when there's an intrigue, there's a murder, and then there's nobody knows what they are, and then there's the Zodiac thing is not even resolved yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They never found the
They never
Zodiac
found
killer?
the guy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's it's an intrigue.
Yeah.
And that's what we find interesting with the Chris Watts. Is we feel there's still an intrigue. We feel he pleaded guilty, and we'll never know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's intriguing. Or like your case is interesting. It's an interesting event. It's a weird event.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the one that happened. Well, it was drug related. He was totally out of his mind. But the way that it happened, that he like, what he did is just, it was totally random and so sad. Professor T, what do you mean? How can they tell if you have it or not? We test for it. They find the virus in your body.
You need to watch the videos, Professor T.
Are you just yeah?
Yeah, this is just we get that a lot. Like these questions that are uninformed. You need to watch the videos.
Yeah, watch the videos.
Yeah, watch the videos.
So glad you keep your house. Yes, I was so immensely grateful, and that George Au Jr. has kept me in this house, and he's an amazing man, amazing family, and I'm really so thankful to be here still. Yeah, that would be intriguing. The only thing is, it's like of course I want to talk about it, this case, but his sisters, who I did actually see from time to time growing up on my dad's side of the family, we'd go up to visit our family up north. I would see them, and they are on my social media, and I feel like, is it just so disrespectful to talk about what happened to their brother, because he did die during this event. When the police got there, they shot and killed him. Yeah, I don't know. I know it's nothing they want to talk about. It's really hard for them. He killed 2 kids. It was totally random. He went into somebody's house they didn't know, but it's just how he did it is. I'm kind of giving the whole thing away, but yeah, I don't know. I really am torn about it, because I do want it, because it's crazy. Like, I'm blood related to the guy, and everyone knows about it. It happened in Modesto. Just look up Pitchfork, and you'll find it.
Modesto.
You'll find it. Pitchfork murders. Up in Alaska last week, they arrested a guy who murdered a girl in 1993. He was living in Maine and just got extradited back to Alaska. You know, I was listening to somebody else. I would love to hear about your cousin's case. I know. Yeah, I remember when we got the phone call, and you know, his mom is like, she's my dad's cousin, but she always felt like, an aunt to me. But she's my dad's cousin, so she wasn't really my aunt. But yeah, I just, like, it was her son. I don't know. I don't want to, like, what's the word? Like, make something, like, sensationalize something that was really tragic for this part of my family that was really, you know, that I love. You know, I love this part of my family. Anyways, what was I saying? That just made me think of something else. Oh yeah, I was listening to the My Favorite Murder, which is a podcast that I listen to, and they were talking about this house that was purchased by, I don't remember who it was, but this man had purchased this house, and I'm gonna just kind of roughly tell you what happened. There was this drum, like a giant barrel drum that they'd found underneath, I believe, a staircase, like an open door that was underneath the staircase. And this house had been sold and rebought about 3 times, but nobody had ever taken the drum, and they left it there for some reason. And anyways, this new person who bought it finally decided, well, they were like wanting to know what the hell this drum was. So they had it opened, and there was like a 30-something, what was that? Owen? Oh, okay. There was like a 30-something-year-old corpse in there. It was a pregnant woman, and of course, in this, it was really gross. They were describing that she was like submerged in this like gooey substance, and of course she was very like mummified at this point, but she'd been in this drum for 30-something years. So they went through and they found out where this drum had been made, like maybe it was even longer ago. Maybe 30 years isn't even long enough. Anyways, they figure out that there was this missing woman at this time back in the 40s or 50s or something. She had come to the US to make it big or to go to California, and anyways, she ended up meeting this man who had owned this house. He'd murdered her and he hid her. Long story short, they found him. He was now in his 70s or something. They came to him and they said, look, the jig is up. We found this woman. We know you're responsible for her death.
And here he'd gone on and was living a normal life. He'd, you know, been married and all this. And he says, I don't know what you're talking about. Shuts the door on them. And they said, we'll be back. Like, we know you're responsible for this. So in the meantime, before they come back, he takes a rifle, goes into his neighbor's car, and blows his head off. So he knew, totally guilty. He realized the jig was up. So they go and they find this woman's mother, who's like now in her 90s, back somewhere in Mexico. I don't know exactly, maybe Peru or something. And the mother knew that her daughter had left for the U.S., you know, all these years ago, and the daughter was writing on a regular basis, and all of a sudden the writing had stopped, and they never ever knew what happened to her. And the mother had always wondered, but just gave up hope. So these detectives finally tracked down the mother and were able to tell her, this is what happened. We found your daughter. And apparently this mother, who was like in her 90s, you know, and I guess died shortly after, was so grateful to finally know what had happened to her daughter. And it was really crazy, but yeah, this was so many years later, and they were going for it. They were gonna prosecute him.
When they told them they were gonna check for the DNA, and with the DNA of the baby.
Did you look that up? Oh yeah,
I just
you looked that up. You found it.
When they told him they were gonna check for the DNA and the DNA of the baby.
Yeah, 'cause she was like 8 months pregnant. He knew. He knew he was screwed. Totally.
The baby was probably his.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Fucked up.
Yeah, it was crazy. And like somebody else had heard about the case and was like, oh my God, like another family that had owned the house, they said, oh my God, our kids used to like play around that barrel. Like they thought it was like this fun thing to hide behind. They had no freaking idea there was a dead pregnant woman inside. I mean, oh my God, how freaking creepy is that? I know. Yeah, it was really crazy how they found out how they found him. And it went back to like tracking like where these barrels were made, what year it was, what company made them, something that was part of it. Oh, it was really amazing detective work, yeah. Pitchfork Murders, and you did it. Lots of info popped up, but I do understand why, yeah. David Bruce. Yeah, yeah.
Is there a picture of him?
I don't know, but yeah, like, I'm sure my aunt, it's her son. I mean, I'm sure like, a day probably doesn't go by that she doesn't.
Merced or Modesto?
Oh, it's Merced. Sorry, Merced. A day doesn't go by that they have to deal with the sadness of this. I mean, they're such like lovely people. My aunt and her daughters, and like they're so loving, and it's just like they have to live with the tragedy of what he did. And they're very religious people on top of it. Like it's really awful. He got her Prego and she was going to tell. Yeah. Oh, so you know about it. Yeah. Alaska Story tomorrow. They have a memorial for the girl.
Jonathan David Bruce?
David Bruce, yeah. ID pled guilty for tampering with evidence that Patrick... Oh, wait. Did everyone hear that the nurse in Idaho pled guilty to tampering with evidence in the Patrick Frazee case? That's the lady in Colorado who went missing, who has the baby, where her phone pinged in Idaho. Well, I don't know anything about the nurse. I know about the ex-girlfriend, and I think, she was supposed to be, like, trying to help him hide the phone. And I don't know how that all happened. Like, we were talking about, how did the phone ping in Idaho? Wouldn't you have turned the phone off? Do you think he gave it to the ex-girlfriend? I mean, we're just guessing because I don't know anything about this. But
what I think happened, somebody at the phone needed to get rid of it, went all like so far away, but decided to open it to see.
Yeah, who is this? Yeah. We would make a very interesting true. Well, we have one vote from JC. Eric and Jen make a pretty
subscriber.
Cool true crime. Yeah, we'll just do it just for JC.
Just for you, JC. It's gonna be a private channel.
Yeah. Good investigation happens every few decades. Yeah. Yeah, it was really. I thought that was amazing. Merced. Yeah, it's Merced, and we just drove through Merced on our way to Twain Harte. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I don't know.
What was he on? Some kind of.
I feel like it was like PCP.
PCP.
What is that? Angel Dust.
We want to relive the Pitchfork.
But that's just a guess. I really don't know. All I know is that he was very high, and he probably was not totally in his right mind. That
Isn't it-
had to
isn't
be.
it weird? Like let's say somebody would give you PCP, or when you were young, you would by mistake taking that drug, and then it'd be you.
I know.
Like you would wake up the next morning, you're at the police station, and
Yeah.
say, "You did that? Did I do that?"
Yeah. Bye,
Guy was on
Solstice Beauty. Good
drugs.
luck with your video. I was gonna give you a thumbs up, and I wanted to see what the choices were, so I hit the little 3 buttons, and it says, I could report you, remove you, put user in timeout, hide this user on my channel, or add as moderator. I just wanted to give you a thumbs up. Jesus Christ. They have like all these negative options. Okay. Are you into UFOs and aliens and stuff like that? Not into it, no. I mean, I think it's all interesting and fun to think about, but not really too much into it. Not like I am like true crime. Yeah, I'm still reading a book that someone told me to read about a son who he tried to kill his whole family, but his dad survived. And it's the dad wrote the book, and I need to get into that more. Thank you. But I've read like all those books, like the lady in the box who was kept under the bed for like 7 years, and he'd take her out and torture her, stuff like that. I've read the guy who befriended it starts with a G. The murderer who painted the clowns. There was a guy who befriended him through writing, and he finally eventually got to meet him. He was interviewed on Howard Stern, so I was really into that. Like, I thought that was super interesting. I listened to the Brain Candy podcast, which is 2 girls from the real world and road rules, and Susie Meister, who has her PhD in religious studies. She's the podcast, I would say, moderator. She's really into writing to criminals that are like high profile. So she does have like some relationships with high profile people. I don't think she's ever really talked about who they are, but she's a super smart girl, and it's really interesting to hear that she's I think she just wants to get into their. I don't really know. I just know that she does write to them, and it's not like she's married. It's not like she's looking for a boyfriend. It's definitely to find out about their psyche and and just interact and find out what the deal is. I don't know. Maybe she's gonna write a book someday about it. Time out my subscribers. I know, it's not funny. You get a 10-minute timeout. We were drinking just red wine. It was Merlot. We got it for our night was it 2 nights ago? 2 nights ago, but we ended up going out to dinner instead, so we didn't. It was from
Petit, what is that?
Grocery
Petit
Outlet.
Maison?
It's the $4.99 special from
It's
Grocery
Petit-
Outlet.
It's Petit Maison.
$4.99 from
Petit
Grocery Outlet.
Maison. Is that a joke?
Gacy, yes. I knew somebody would know. John Wayne Gacy. Yeah. There was a book. I feel like, what was the book? Now I gotta look it up.
Petit Maison, that's a joke.
John Wayne. It's like the perfect victim. Oh, that was it. I think it was the perfect victim or the something victim. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. The Last Victim. That was it. The Last Victim. R.J. Parker. Yeah, he was.
We're out.
Oh, we're back. Yeah, we should go. Well, it says we have a bad connection, but anyways, yeah, it was a very interesting book to read, and he was an interesting guy to hear as far as being interviewed. But yeah, he ended up in a room alone with Gacy, and the guard wasn't really looking. It freaked him out. Day Future, yeah. So we'll show that one. Do we have sex?
The question should have been, how many times a day?
Yeah, there's no lack of anything happening there. Everything is perfect and awesome. Eric should be a true crime series. True crime with J and E. E and J, isn't that an alcohol?
What? E and J?
Yeah, E and J is an alcohol.
I have no idea.
It's okay. We don't even know Day Future. That could be like a
The future.
14-year-old that has
The
no
future.
idea. And it's actually like a common question. Like we get that a lot. And we've never been, we've been very...
Probably Bobby that's hiding behind another name.
Bobby.
Bobby the skater boy. I don't know.
Oh.
Remember?
Did he ask us that?
I saw him today, by the way.
You
I
did?
looked at Bobby.
Oh, and this.
He's a scooter
He's
boy.
the scooter boy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've got no pizza. Oh, okay. Yeah, Joey made a frozen pizza. But I want to thank you for being there for me through social media. You bet, Matthew. Definitely. I'm glad I could be. 11 times leading to 4.5. Oh, yeah. Stop suffering. I can't. That's not so easy to say, but you're fine. Definitely negative. To future, how many times a day? My kids are watching this. I'm not answering this. Just know that it's very good and healthy and everything's awesome. Let's see. So there are no problems in our relationship. No, except distance, but we work on that. We're fine. We figured it out. Right?
We did. We were.
T-Mobile now throttling data on users. Ooh, what's that? Didn't you just your phone turned
What's
into a T-Mobile
throttling?
thing? I don't know.
What's
Taking?
throttling?
I know what is throttling data.
They're gathering data from people.
Oh, maybe
and
that's
selling
it.
it back
That
for
fat kid.
profit. That's bad.
I don't know about that. I feel like our phones are so full of information that what are we gonna do? Sure, I'm sure like most of our information is picked up and shared. We have no control of it.
If you don't want your information to be transmitted or sold, you should go on an island and live without social media.
Thank you,
You would have a football for a friend.
I have to say, Matthew, my parents have been happily married. My dad, my stepdad, and my mom both my parents remarried and have had long, successful marriages. So but it took a long time, and I'm so glad I met him when I did. I didn't want to it just wouldn't have been the same if I met you when I was younger. Like we got our lives were already taken care of. Like we're in a totally different season. We're not like, it's just we're in a different place in our life. So it's like, it's so perfect for when we met. All companies
why
are
are we
throttling.
talking about T-Mobile?
I don't know where that came from. They restrict data use. They cap it now. T-Mobile no longer is truly unlimited. 4G frustrating, that's all. Oh, well, yeah, I use Sprint, but I have issues with them too. Throttling means limiting data. No, I didn't know that.
I'm with AT&T
Oh, speed,
when
sorry.
I'm here, and it's a big thing. The best is probably Verizon. So we're not sure what's the best, but
Yeah.
what is?
It is cheap alcohol, Emily. I don't buy anything but $5 wine. I'm not a big wine drinker. I'm not a big alcohol drinker, so when I do, I
was
don't
not
spend
a
much.
good wine though. Like,
Oh,
that
it was not good?
No, to me, that no. That
I
was
was
not.
happy with
was-
it.
Yeah,
Too
it did the
light?
job, but it's not good wine. The Petit Maison, we do not recommend. $4.99.
Well, we don't buy expensive wine. I mean,
No,
in
we don't
general,
like expensive wine. We don't think it.
We don't care.
Prefer cheap wine.
cheap is fine. Hi, what's happening?
I'm gonna wax my face.
Are you? Say hi, Ryan.
No.
All right, we should probably go. It's been over an hour. We always do this. We talk for way too
We
long.
should be switching to Verizon.
Yeah, Verizon is supposed to be better than Sprint, right?
Well, Verizon has got more coverage. I think in the mountain where we're in the mountain. and
Peace out, sold by Paige.
Drink Canadian beer.
You probably do. Rolling Cottage says hi,
I
Ryan.
love Canadian beer. It's amazing.
What?
Someone says hi to you.
I'm a Molson export lover.
Come on here. Jennifer was very supportive. I'm still shaken from the terror and anxiety. I know people really do freak out. But you see me, you guys. I mean, I hope people don't freak out for the physical part of what they think, because I mean, I hope I'm enough of an example to show you that. Are you laughing at me?
No.
That you can live a totally normal life. I mean, the worst part of it is the stigma, for sure. To what
The
alcohol you can
stigma?
drink on Trimac. No, there's no restrictions on anything. I can drink whatever I want. Rolled in. Well, did you test?
rolled in, just test, and then you won't be afraid anymore. And then if you are positive, you just go see a doctor, get on medication, and life just goes
I
on.
would like to know about how you
That's-
must you charge. I can figure out how to get y'all over here.
Oh, I don't know. It'd have to be worth my while. I mean, someone would have to pay for my travel and then pay for me to be there to speak. I don't know. It's not really anything that I've done so much. And
You've
they
done it
just-
a few times.
well, I've done it for, I've gone to conferences and they've paid for me to go there. I spoke at the ADAP conference. I got paid for that. I'm not going to say how much, but it was very nice. And yeah, that's like an unusual thing. That wasn't, you know, like going to a high school or something like that. That'd be different. I've reached out to the high schools. Nobody seemed very interested, so whatever. I don't know. I know for my kids going through health and stuff, they don't really cover HIV very much, huh, Ryan? And they weren't even using. Are you doing your
It's gonna
vaccine?
hurt so badly.
Do it. Oh, you want me to do it?
Oh,
I love
wow.
having a mustache.
We're live
I love
waxing.
being a man.
This is like
My one trait I gave you guys. I'm so sorry.
Toby, you made us a man. Just
I gave you
just kidding.
mustaches.
That was a
I know,
joke, that was a
sorry.
joke.
All the things around 4,000 to 6,000. Well, hell, that's lovely. I'll take it. God damn, that's a lot. That'd be amazing. Yeah, I'll plan something super nice if you can make that happen.
remove the dash between the 4 and the 6. We'll start talking.
Yeah, that would be incredibly generous. I can't even imagine that anybody would be willing to do that, but would be a lovely thought.
E&G is a cheap liquor.
E&J. Yeah, I just remember seeing that in college. E&J. It must have been around those cheap college kids. They should cover HIV. There needs to be more education. I know. It's because the stigma is just so. Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, they do a little bit, but not really. Like they talk about it once.
She said they talk about it once, but not
Like,
much.
not at all.
And they probably just use all the scare tactics, and it's make it all terrifying. Ryan, someone said that was very brave of you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Rolling
Wait,
Cottage.
let's do my eyebrow.
You're gonna do your eyebrows now?
Live eyebrow. Oh.
Oh, it's still on. Wait.
Oh, it's still there.
I need to use the. Wait.
Wow.
Wow.
You actually have
Still doesn't
eyebrows. I
work.
don't have any. Do you need pills or anything? Yeah, I take a pill. Oh, the future. Maybe you're young. Maybe they don't know. I do
don't know
take a
anything
pill.
about
I
it,
take a
but
pill a
you
day.
need
I'll show
pills
you.
or anything. Yes. The future.
Yeah,
The future.
We never know who's.
I don't know anything about it. Is it curable?
No. So this is the pill I take, Triumec. I just take one pill a day. This is all I take, one pill a day, and I can't transmit it to him. It's got 3 different drugs in here. I don't have any side effects, and it's free through my insurance. I just will take this for the rest of my life, one pill a day. That's all it is. And I have my blood checked on a regular basis. In fact, I just had my blood drawn on Friday, and my viral load and CD4 should be back this week, so I'll put that on my Instagram when it comes in. Let's see. What did BX Linda? That is such a crazy story. Which one?
Is this so cold? Can I use this? for my
HIV
face?
is not curable. Future. There's no
For my
cure.
face.
Yeah, you can. Okay, you guys. I think we're gonna go now. Thanks for joining us, and yeah, we'll be back soon. But I hadn't done a live in a while, so I wanted to just come and say hi to